Yeah. We started to get a really good big following. We get people from overseas, like Philippines, with Ireland. Like we don't got a lot of subscribers, but we getting there, you know.
Got internet in the Philippines?
Yeah, so showing up, I'm telling you, showing up. It's a little Asian dude, really ride with us like that, straight up.
3% of our listenership comes from the Philippines.
Oh yeah, you did show me that.
That's
right, man.
YouTube Doah And Duce.
Yeah, I feel like we got like, you know what I'm saying, overseas, you know what I'm saying, it's just.
Third world countries love the internet.
Yeah.
They ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah, our channel definitely growing.
Yeah.
It just, by YouTube being so big, you know what I'm saying, when you drop a video, our video ain't ranking that high, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we got like low subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Like we drop a lot of video. Yeah, we drop a live video, you know, our people that deal with it, they dropping in, you know, showing up.
So how often do you release content?
Normally me and Doah, we drop like, we work during the week, so we record all Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We
We
drop
drop
4 or 5 videos.
Yeah.
And drop them throughout the week.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We do our recap video, we recap sports for the week, and then we do our reaction videos, you know.
What made y'all decide to start doing?
Man, me and my man Duce, you know what I'm saying, we've been best friends, long time friends for a long time. We always talk sports, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you get older, you realize, hey, I'm gonna start doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you don't realize, hey, find what you love to do and do that for a living. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll enjoy it more. You know what I'm saying? You work for people and stuff like that. Then you realize, damn, you know, we love talking about sports. You think about it, you go to ESPN, you go to all your searches and stuff like that. You go, damn, we talk about sports, we passionate. You get arguments in the barbershop about Kobe versus LeBron, and then you realize, damn, let's put this on video.
Right.
And let's see how people react to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what we did.
Now we getting our voice out, you know, instead of having to call the radio station and be on hold, we put our voice out, and then, you know, we got our little crew that's get us up, whatever, you know.
Get you a nice little community of people who feeling what you're doing, and then it spreads out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different energy. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna feel a little different energy in the atmosphere, and people gravitate to it.
Facts. That's what's up, yo. I commend you, gentlemen, yo, because I don't like being on camera.
It's funny because most podcasts is not camera. You know what I'm saying? It's audio. You know what I'm saying? So if people's like, why you make video? You know what I'm saying? I always tell people my face is make the video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of the things like, hey, we just love to do what we do, and you know, YouTube's an easy, you know, place to start from. You know what I'm saying? You can do SoundCloud, iTunes, and all that stuff. But YouTube, everybody goes to YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's what comes to everybody's phone, YouTube. So we say, hey, let's throw it on YouTube, and you know, you paid for your YouTube and stuff like that. And it's like I said, it's something that we really passionate about and we love to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Duce was the one who really, you know what I'm saying, put it, you know what I'm saying, in motion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, a lot of people will say, oh yeah. I said when people want to do something, they give excuses why not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we're gonna need this, now we're gonna need that. My man Duce was like, nah. I got it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw it out there and see where we going. And me, I'm like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? We've been, like I said, we got the same type of personality. You know, you got type A, type B, whatever type we are, we that same type. Like, he doing something, I'm ready to ride. When I'm gonna do something, he ready to ride. You know what I'm saying? So once he say, yo, let's do a podcast, I'm like, yeah, all right, we're gonna do a podcast, whatever. He's like, nah, we're gonna do a podcast. And he got everything rolling. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use my basement as a studio. I'm like, word. And then next you know, we throwing it out there, and now it's funny because, you know, once you put it out there, people are like, oh shit, you're really doing a podcast, you know. And now everybody supports it and stuff like that. And like I said, it's a long grind. You know, it's not overnight success. You know, it's like an artist who comes out with a record after record and after record. All they waiting for that one record to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know, you do podcast with podcast. So you really want once one go viral. Now you're ready, and I'm kind of glad that first one they're gonna go viral because we wasn't really ready. Right. You know, maybe yeah, for real. Because you know, I ain't gonna lie. You watch our first podcast to the podcast now, you gonna be like, oh wow, I was nervous, stuttering. You know, I didn't know nothing. You know, I ain't gonna lie. You know, it sounds good to be on it. It's different between being on audio and then video. I tell you, it's way different. It's a completely different. So we went hard. We went straight to D1. You know what I'm saying? We didn't play community college ball. We went straight to the D1. People were looking at us like, whoa, you know, I get a lot of feedback, and a lot of people say, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You know, y'all agree too much. You want the argumentative and stuff like that. You know, sometimes we agree with stuff, sometimes we don't. But you gotta understand, we're friends. We're like best friends, like brothers. So we don't argue like to the depth, like I hate you. You know what I'm saying? So when we disagree about something, I'm mature enough to see where he's coming from. You know, watch Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith back in the day. They argue like, oh, they go crazy, but they're not best friends. They work together. They, you know what I'm saying? They're colleagues. They could act like they're friends, but they're colleagues. Right. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with this man. So, but if he says something I don't agree with, I go, all right. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but we don't agree. But there's people like I got 2 jobs. I'm at my job. I'm arguing like. I had a discussion with a dude with LeBron versus Kobe. I'm arguing with these dudes like I'm ready to fight, and then they looking at me like, "Why are you so passionate?" And then people like, "But the thing with reason I'm not passionate with him about that, like arguing, because he'll say, I hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but some people nah, he's better than him. And you're like, how? You know what I'm saying? So,
most likely we came up under the same coaches, so we think about sports the same way. You know what I'm saying? So. That's why last time we agreed most of the time, but we get a little disagreement.
Right. But saying like I'm a Knicks fan, he's a Wizards fan. I remember back in the early season, I said, hey, I trade you Carmelo for Otto Porter. He laughed at me. No, hell no. The playoffs come. When they lost to Boston, I think Carmelo would help them beat Boston. You know what I'm saying? Otto Porter was standing in the corner being the third wheel. Carmelo would have won that series for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's many difference. We had arguments when back in the day when I said Sebastian Telfair should have been drafted before Chris Paul. He laughed at me like, you crazy. Or when he said Keith Van Horn should have been drafted before Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? These are the arguments
back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s when me and him was best friends and we didn't agree on a lot of things. But again, at the same, when you say we don't argue to the death. I argue enough where he see my point, I see his point. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think everything had to be so tabloid out there. If you watch like the Everyday Struggle, you get Joe Buttons and academics, they argue because they're not friends. You know what I'm saying? You got one person, you know what I'm saying? They're not friends. You know what I'm saying?
They are polar opposites in almost every way.
Joe Buttons,
light-skinned, dark-skinned, old, young.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Artists, journalists, like it's just everything is now.
You're a DJ. Yeah, but I think it's like this, and that's the thing about being him. And it's the thing is we see a vision. He has a vision. I have a vision. And we see how can we better this and how can we get to the end. Because at the end of the day, I trust this man with my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the people like, let's say we did have a deal on the table, and I believe everything this man says. So if he says, hey, no, we ain't gonna take this deal, let's take another deal. I know he sees the better of the company, the vision, and all that stuff. The same thing with me. If he see I'm not down with it, we gonna roll together. You know, if you've been with business somebody, you be like. How many times you see in business so someone took a $500,000 deal, a person like, oh, wait, well, you getting 300 and I'm getting 200? Nah, me and this man, I know the work he put in to get us here. You know what I'm saying? So if he came to me with a good reason, say, hey, let's do this, I'm gonna say, all right, we're gonna ride with this. Hey, we got Moody Cali, because they wanna do this. I'm like, all right, I know you see the vision. Another dude can't just tell me let's move to Cali, or let's do this, or let's do that. Because I'm like, nah, I got kids and stuff like that. I'm gonna make every excuse in the world not to do it. But if he has a vision and he sees the vision, I can trust him with knowing that no matter what, we're going to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Just to get people understand, most of your ideas in your mind, you don't even start them. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, 10 years later, damn, I should have been on. Me and him, we went through this.
I'm telling you, like, back in like 06, we was like, we're going to be personal trainers. And we let it slide. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, we just roll with it better. Because people weren't really into fitness back in 06 like that. We would post our pictures on MySpace. Everybody like, we got a photo shoot on MySpace. You know what I'm saying?
And people was like, hey, y'all should help us work out and stuff like that. We didn't know that.
But we didn't roll with it.
We was young, da-da-da. But if we probably went there, it's like entrepreneurship. People are scared to step out there on their own. You know what I'm saying? And now we're out there on our own, you know what I'm saying? Even though we have jobs, but it's like, hey, we know our end game, we want to do this for a living because this is what I want to do. This is where I wake up and I'm happy that, hey, I could live every day and be happy doing this. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 jobs. It's easy. I don't work hard. But this is where I want to put all my passion in. And I be having my other jobs working on this job, promoting, sharing, liking, this and that. And I always tell people, and it's funny because the people who support you the most ain't your friends. It's gonna be people you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends, we got hella friends. You know what I'm saying? We got hella friends that when they're down, we fought in clubs and all that, but they don't share not one share, not one like. You know what I'm saying? They look at it, probably scroll like Buffy the Body's picture or somebody look at us. Oh, that's Doah And Duce. So keep moving. All right, but it's people that, like you said, doing Philippines or doing Ireland. Every time we go live, they're there. First, you know what I'm saying?
Down to ATL. You know, they got people to be rolling with us on the regular.
When we go live, just they the ones to show up. Like, yo, what's up? Yo, we first. They happy. Y'all gonna make it, and they give you the drive. You're like, damn, we're hitting people. It's people we don't know. These times we used to go to the airport back in the day. Remember that time we went to Arizona, and Terrell Suggs was on the same flight we on, and the girls was like, hey, y'all famous? We like, no, we just regular dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing. You don't know who you're reaching out there on the internet. People who looking at the loyal fans, loyal listeners, and stuff like that. Just like in your radio station, you don't know who is holding you down. You know what I'm saying? You reaching people you don't know. These people who really every Saturday they're tuning in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're sitting there like, I can't wait for the radio station to start. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking, but that's why I do it, because I never know who is really, hey, I can't wait for them to post another one. I can't wait for another video. I can't, you know what I'm saying? We listen to podcasts all day.
Right.
That's all I listen. I rarely listen to music. Like, I listen to little hip hop and I listen.
Same way.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts all
fanatic.
day. Why? Because that's my craft. That's the business I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like a basketball player, an NBA player, that's what they do. If that's what you do.
Let me ask you something. What's the difference, the real difference between the podcast and what we're doing right now?
The difference between a podcast and a live radio show. Well, first of all, podcasts are pre-recorded. Number one. Number two, there's no copywritten content on the show, meaning that you're legally not supposed to play anything, any music from anybody. There's no background. There's nothing. It's just like pretty much kind of like we've been doing all day, minus the records. It's just straight conversation. You know what I mean? There's a different structure. It could be as short as 20-30 minutes. It could be as long as 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? And you know, there's just a different structure, like how the show is formatted. You know what I mean? And it's more personal. Yeah. It's supposed to be more of a one-on-one conversation and less of a kind of, I'm on top of the mountain and I'm telling the world what's going on and what's good.
It's a conversation between you and your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at Drink Champs, Noriega's joint. You know what I'm saying? And his joints be like 2 hours. And you like, damn, I really want to listen to a 2-hour podcast. And I found myself, man, I really want to listen to this. You know, he had Comega one time on it. I listened to the whole Comega.
That'd be funny.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny because it's with how he would format it. You know what I'm saying? Got the drinks on the table. And I know it was a smart idea because you get people drunk, what happened? They start telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. And it's a perfect podcast. You know what I'm saying? Then I listen to people like Bill Simmons and then, you know, stuff like that, who sports and stuff like that. He give you insights, Zach Lowe, you know, Brian Werhart. There's so many podcasts out there that I try to listen to. I listen to music podcasts, sports podcasts, entertainment podcasts, because what we do, we try to do everything. It's not just a sport podcast. You know what I'm saying? We do TV reactions, TV recaps. I'm a big Game of Thrones guy. We're both Game of Thrones guys. All right, so, you know, like I said, if you want to reach our PR podcast, Doah And Duce podcast, follow our Facebook page, our Instagram page, you know, just reach out and show us love, and that's what we got. You know what I'm saying?